Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry, I know it's been a hot minute. There's been a lot of changes and I had a lot going on personally. My energy was just way too messed up to be able to do anything, with anybody else's energy. So I apologize. I just really had to center. Anywho, so a note on personal readings, my schedule has changed drastically. I'm in the process of still moving and everything's kind of up in the air. So right now I am only able to complete personal readings on the weekends, which means if I don't get to it one weekend, it will have to wait to the following weekend. There will be times that I'm able to get to readings during the middle of the week, but it's going to be pretty sporadic. And so as far as urgent readings go, I'm still responding personally on emails on those. And so please just bear with me. I'll be able to get to those first, and then I'll be stacking the weekends with the personal readings as well as the general readings. So please be patient with me. I'm still trying to fit this in and learn this with my schedule too. So I appreciate everybody's support, and I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. Is the February general love reading. First card that we have for you is the King of Cups, Justice, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Two of Wands, the World card, Eight of Swords, Four of Wands. Okay, so let's see what's going on, Virgo. We all know that I'm a Virgo too, so let's see what's going on. First card that we have is the King of Cups. So for some of you, there is somebody who has made an offer, and a sincere offer. Somebody who's there. Perhaps some of you may be dealing with a situation that's more of like a friend type of a situation, but there's an offer of love there. So perhaps you know that they have feelings for you, or perhaps they know that you have feelings for them. And the decision is about whether the feelings match each other, perhaps. The next card that we have is the Justice. It could represent dealing with a Libra. Again, the King of Cups could be definitely a Scorpio. It could be a Pisces. Could be a Cancer. It could be any sign, but it definitely could be a water sign. And then we have the Justice card, which comes in as Libra. It could be that you have Libra in your chart. It may be that you're dealing with a Libra. But the Justice is also a card that's representative of the truth coming through. Like, this is a card that is reap what you sow. It's also like to monitor your thoughts, because the thoughts are things, they manifest. And I feel like this is a card that forces somebody to be truly honest with themselves about their feelings. And there's a real like face to face with the truth for somebody on a personal level where they can't ignore it anymore. Like, the truth faces them. Doesn't necessarily mean that it comes out in the open. Yes, that could be what happens too. It comes out in the open, but I feel like this is also a very personal level. Somebody faces the truth on a very personal level. And the next card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. So there could be some communication going on perhaps after this introspection takes place. I feel like there's kind of this regression or a step back that takes place in order to rebuild things on the correct foundation. So things kind of digress almost, I feel like. Or perhaps we, Virgo, pull away a little bit too. And that creates a sense of urgency, because I feel like on this Libra or this Justice card here could be you, Virgo, having to face some truths about something, or to face what you know about a situation. It's like using the logic in a situation and facing what you know, or having to accept things at face value. And this step back, this Page of Pentacles is a step back from the position that maybe this King of Cups was in. I feel like it's pulling back. It's pulling way back You know what I mean? In the communication, in any kind of interaction, it's taking it back almost to ground zero, where it's very, very limited. And I feel like that sparks something, because the next card that we have here is the Knight of Swords. So this indicates to me somebody coming in hot. Somebody coming in trying to, like, it's a reactive card. Somebody's coming to sweep somebody off their feet. So somebody's reacting. I feel like this pullback that happens here sparks a reaction. And the next card that we have after that is the Two of Wands. So this pullback sparks a reaction, which in turn sparks a decision needing to be made. It's like, do I go down this path or do I not? Have I been here before? Is this, you know, it's a decision. And it's right under this King of Cups. So it makes me feel like this is not a situation that is new. It's like it's happened before. And I feel like that's where this decision really has to weigh in. And right underneath this Justice card, we have the World card, which is a successful completion of something. So this decision may very well be a karmic lesson that's being learned, and it's a completion of that, which allows for the entry into the next chapter of your life, perhaps. I feel like this is something that prepares you to take on the world. It doesn't necessarily mean the end of perhaps this relationship, but I feel like it's changing, it's like upping the vibration. It's moving to the next stage, moves things on, where this completion is completed and I don't have to do this again. Once this decision is made, I don't have to do this again. There will be a period of time, though, directly after that. It's an Eight of Swords right underneath this Page of Pentacles, which I feel like, again, is a lot of time pulled back in our heads where we go, am I making the right decision? Is this the right call? Is this the right thing? I can't see whether it's like I kind of know in my intuition that it's right, but I'm not sure. And now I'm nervous and caught up in our own thoughts. And I feel like this is some time that we spend in our own, like, personal little purgatory, perhaps, underneath this Page of Pentacles, because I feel like that's definitely our energy. But then, right after that, underneath this Knight of Swords, we have the Four of Wands. So I feel like this moves things to the next level that we were wanting them to go to in the very first place before all this crap even had to take place. Like, this is all I wanted in the first place. Now all of a sudden we can move here. But before, like, why did I have to throw such a big fit? Why did this have to be such a big deal? We could have just gone straight from the King of Cups to the Four of Wands. You know, anyways, you get what I'm saying. No frustration coming out or anything. But this does elevate things to the next level. I feel like this person is sparked to react, and that reaction does, you know, have this heart-to-heart connection that can take place where things really need to be discussed about elevating or commitment. So let's see what comes through when we clarify, because there's a lot going on here. Please clarify this King of Cups here for Virgo, for love, for February. Okay. So on top of this King of Cups is the Hermit, which is us. So it could be that it could be that, Virgo, there was a very solid love offer made to somebody. Perhaps there was a very vulnerable position where there was this offering from the heart. It really bore your soul, perhaps, to somebody. Or vice versa. Again, it's general, so they may have been bearing their soul to you. But I feel like there was this outpouring of emotion. And with the Hermit on top of this King of Cups, I feel like the outpouring of emotion created a circumstance that did require for some introspection, to pull back, to kind of center and rebalance and stand in your own truth, because I do feel like that Hermit pops up to say this was us coming back into us, to stand in our, you know, core here. So let's see what this Justice is about. Please clarify this Justice card here for Virgo, for love, for February 2018. What is this Justice card about here? Please clarify this Justice card here for Virgo, for love, for February 2018. What is this Justice card about here? No. Please clarify this Justice card here for Virgo, for February. Okay. All right. 9 of Pentacles on top of the Justice card. Some of you or us, maybe I, may be really having to make a decision or face the truth about whether or not it is that you even want to be in a relationship. Perhaps there is some, or whether or not you're even ready. Perhaps there's some real honest heart-to-heart that has to happen with yourself to make sure that this is truly what you want. Perhaps there's some introspection that needs to take place. Maybe there was an offer that was made to you and you really need to consider whether or not, honestly, with yourself, you would be happier with that person than you are alone. As I do feel like, too, with this Hermit and this 9 of Pentacles popping up, that's definitely our energy. And for a lot of us, we really are okay alone. Like, you have to be pretty special. Or there has to be a really strong connection to kind of tip this, because we really are okay. We can handle it. So that could be what is happening for some of you. There's some real, like, heart-to-heart with yourself. And again, that creates this pullback from whoever this other party is as well. Please clarify this Page of Pentacles here for love, for Virgo, for February 2018. What is this Page of Pentacles about here? Please clarify this Page of Pentacles here. Okay. So on top of this Page of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Wands. I feel like for a lot of you, you already know that whatever it is that you're doing, or this reaction, it is not necessarily on purpose. So that's the thing, is I don't want to confuse it. I don't think that you're actually manipulating things or doing it on purpose. I think that you just kind of intuitively know that this pullback and introspection that's happening will lead to a victory in this situation, because it's kind of like you've been here before. It does bring about a reaction, I feel like, and that's the victory. There's that 6 of Wands is saying, yeah, I can see, okay, there's the reaction, see. And even if it was a situation where perhaps you poured your heart out to somebody and felt like that was almost rejected, and so perhaps maybe you did do some introspection about whether or not you were better off single, but that sparked a reaction, because I don't feel like this other person may have been speaking from their heart necessarily. Please clarify this Knight of Swords here for love, for Virgo, for February 2018. What is this Knight of Swords about here? Please clarify this. Okay, so on top of the Knight of Swords, we have the 4 of Swords. I feel like somebody comes in really trying to sweep you off your feet here during this month. And I feel like this 4 of Swords is your reaction, because I feel like this is something that you knew was going to happen in some sort of way. And I really feel like this is you taking a minute to decide whether or not you even want to entertain this again. I feel like this is kind of like, hold up, I need a break from this. I feel like this is a forced rest for somebody, and you're stopping this Knight of Swords momentum. Again, this is my interpretation of it, but I feel like it's stopping this Knight of Swords momentum in its tracks, just not allowing them to sweep you off your feet. This isn't going to happen this time. I feel like there is this 2 of Wands down here as a decision that's on your terms, if you want it to be. Again, it could be you going in trying, to sweep somebody else off their feet, and they could be digging in their heels as well. And it could be saying that you need to pull back and do this introspection in order to bring about the victory you might be looking for. That could be what's happening too. But I feel like this is more indicative of a situation that you are going to be able to put a halt to here. Please clarify this 2 of Wands here for Virgo, for love, for February 2018. What is this 2 of Wands about here? Please clarify this 2 of Wands here for February, for love, for Virgo. Please clarify this Two of Wands for love for Virgo for February 2018. Right down there on the ground on top of this Two of Wands is an Ace of Cups. So again, I do feel like this Four of Swords, you are stopping somebody right in their tracks. This Knight of Swords is coming in hot, and you're not even I'm not even playing that game. It's almost like I'm just going to chill here with all my swords. This is a forced rest, like I'm forcing you to halt in your tracks. Even though you want to come in hot, it's not going to work. I feel like this decision is your decision to make. And I feel like this Two of Wands is you really sitting there. What I love about this Two of Wands on this deck is this dude is literally just chilling between these two wands. Like, he knows he needs to make a decision, but he's not in necessarily a hurry to do it. He needs to take action one way or another, but right now he's talking to a bird in his hand. So I love that, because it's kind of like this message that I'm getting is kind of like, yeah, I'm going to take my sweet time about whether or not I want to give you another chance. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Like, I feel like this bird is more important right now. That's really how, and that's what I love about how sarcastic we are, because you totally get where I'm coming from. If you dig where I'm coming from, you get it. Okay, so please clarify this World card for love for Virgo for February 2018. What is this World card about here? Please clarify this World card here for love. I also feel like there's a lot of intuition at play, because there's so many moons in this Ace of Cups. And then the World has the half moon there. So I feel like, please clarify this World card here for Virgo for love for February 2018. Please clarify this World card here. What is this World card? Okay, on top of the World card, we have this Ace of Swords. So the World card is a successful completion of something. It is completing a chapter. This Ace of Swords is truth. It's like releasing the truth. It releases the truth. It reveals the truth, but it's also cutting things down to the fundamental truth, like cutting it down to the bottom line. That's how this Ace of Swords kind of comes in, and it's on top of this World. So I feel like it's a recognition of what the bottom line is. The end of this chapter, this karmic cycle or whatever it is here, reveals what this bottom line is. The bottom line is this, I will not tolerate blah, blah, blah. It is kind of this recognition of where that line is, I feel like, for a lot of you. And so I feel like it allows for an opportunity to cut things to the quick, like either move forward or not. This is where it is. This is where an ultimatum may even be issued. I'm not necessarily encouraging that, but I'm just saying that may happen because it may come to that point. Please clarify this Eight of Swords here for Virgo for love for February 2018. What is this Eight of Swords about here? Please clarify this Eight of Swords here. Okay, so the Devil on top of this Eight of Swords. Some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you may be dealing with a situation that you literally don't want to cut out because of sex. Like, that could be what has you trapped in your head. I mean, I hope that's not necessarily what it is, but I feel like for some of you that may be what it is. This Devil card is also a codependent type of a relationship. And I feel like with this Six of Wands and this Page of Pentacles directly over this Eight of Swords and this Devil card, some of you know that this codependency has to come to an end, and that's what this is about here. So it's kind of like this acknowledgement. There will be a little bit of a period where you're stuck in your head about whether or not that was the right thing to do, but it was the right thing to do. This definitely screams codependency to me. Some of you know exactly what that codependent type of dynamic is and know it has to end in order for anything good to come from any of this. But I do feel like there is going to be this little period of time where you wonder if it was the right thing to do. Please clarify this. Okay, that jumped right out. On top of this Four of Wands, we have the Two of Swords. So again, this is a decision that's being made. It's a decision that's being made based on logic. I feel like with this Devil card here, there is definitely this addictive type of a cycle, perhaps. And maybe it has been based on a lot of emotion rather than intuition, or a lot of drama rather than the real heart of the matter. And I feel like this Two of Swords here directly on top of this Four of Wands. So this Four of Wands indicates total harmony here, and this Two of Swords is a decision that's based on the head. Like, her eyes are totally covered. She can't see all the pretty pictures in the cover. It's based on fact. It's based on what is known, and it's based on the logic of the situation to elevate something. And I feel like that is what this is calling for, is a real there is, you know, with the swords here, again, some of you may be dealing with an air sign. It could be a Aquarius, you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Libra, but with all of these, or you may be dealing with a Capricorn, obviously, as well. You got pretty much any sign here, but I feel like this decision has to be made from a very logical standpoint, and I feel like this is a decision that's based on logic. It's based on knowledge of the truth that will lead to this ultimate commitment in the relationship. And it's like one of you knows that and knows exactly how to make that happen, and the other person is more or less just kind of a party to it. So I feel like this is you who's definitely driving the ship here this month, Virgo. So let me know what's going on. I mean, it makes sense to me, but again, because I am a Virgo, a lot of that might be my energy, and this could be vice versa for you. So let me know what's making sense. Please let me know what's going on with you, and I will speak with you soon.